Hi, everybody. I think we caught Quester off guard.
Welcome to the cafe.
And we're going to go get my dogs inside that room.
And he's going to go get his dogs. But in the meantime, welcome to the cafe.
Welcome, everybody.
Oh, we got some familiar faces in here already. Stax and Tom and 66 GTO, USPS. Who else do we have? I have to scroll back up. And Erwin. All right. Well, while he's going to get his dogs somewhere, and oh, there you are.
I had to go let the dogs inside my room.
Okay. And Mr. Oslin may be a little late joining us. He's just getting back from somewhere else, so we'll see if we can see him a little later. But what's going on, guys? Good weekend, everybody? Fair weekend?
No.
It's hot.
It's
hot.
Yeah, same here.
So in the spring, right? So I decided I'm going to paint my house. I got a quote to paint my house and decided, you know what? Just do it myself. And so in the spring, when it was still relatively cool, I painted like half my house. And then I realized that the house is like 15 degrees hotter when you're up against it than it is outside. And then since that time, it's been in the 90s. So like half my house is one color, the other half is the other color. My neighbors are trying to sell their house. I'm sure that's going great.
Yeah, we got fantastic neighbors. Don't mind that one right there.
Yeah, don't mind that one. Well, no, the worst part is also on that side of the house, I built my wife raised garden beds, and we planted way too much. And so it has grown crazy. Well, it is interwoven into like the grass and like the area that I would normally weed eat. So I haven't weed eated there either. And that is on the side of the house where the neighbors are selling the house. So it looks like a jungle. It's two separate colors. Other than like some 1980s car up on some cinder blocks in my driveway, like who wouldn't want to live next to me?
You know what? Honestly, I take it just because of the 1980s car on cinder blocks. Like they look like a cool people.
They're cool people.
Yeah.
That's funny. You know what? I did the same thing though. And I was like super gung ho with getting the spring cleanup done outside, and I was out there, in the evening, whatever. And then summer comes. Mm-hmm. Sorry for y'all who like summer, but no.
I like summer. Right?
Like 2 months where I didn't do any work outside.
It's just if it's not for the heat, like if it wasn't in the 90s, if it stayed like in the 80s or even like 70s, like high 70s, I'm okay with it. I mean, that would make me happy. I don't like the 96, and I don't know if it's for you guys or not. I've heard it's just a Midwestern thing. Caddy, you know what I'm going to be talking about. The humidity as well sucks. Like it'll be 96 out, humidity makes it feel like 110.
Yeah,
like 100, like 110, 112, and it's like, oh, there's a heat advisory. Oh, what's the temperature outside? 95. What does it feel like? 120. Oh, like okay. Stay home tonight.
Oh goodness.
This is a crypto show, right? We talk crypto.
Yeah, this is a crypto show. Yeah, we talk about crypto stuff.
Eventually, we talk crypto. We can talk crypto now.
This is where I'm going to. Hey, watch this.
Can I make an announcement?
Yes, go for it.
Yes.
So a lot of you tuning in, I just want to get this out in the beginning because I'm going to give a little bit of time for people to pick up an extra ticket. So we're doing a 10 trillion Archa token giveaway to one lucky Archangel ecosystem NFT holder. So if you have not picked yours up yet, go grab one. They're like $20 at this point. To get one. If you don't have any NFTs, this is a great way to introduce yourself to them. Simple, easy buy. But go ahead and grab one, and I'm going to cut it off probably around, I don't know, Kristen, you think like 9:45 is a good time?
Yeah, so if they grab one within 30 minutes, it'll show up in the, cool.
Yep.
Right,
so if anybody wants to buy any more in the next like 30 minutes, and then I'll just recompile the list before we do the giveaway. So that's all I got. That's literally everything I brought to the show. Thanks, guys.
Don't go.
I was gonna say, Jason just thanks, and then leaves.
Okay, I'll stay.
We love having you here. Don't you leave. And it's Arca, or I think somebody did ask me that. It's either Arca or Guardian. They can have one or the
Either
other.
one.
Either one.
Absolutely. Yeah, the best thing about the about the ecosystem NFTs are you only have to own one. Because so I control the wallet that has all the rewards in there and all the buybacks and stuff that we've done to accumulate some tokens.
Yeah.
And I've got Arca, I've got Scratch, I've got Guardian. I think that's all I have right now. But as we get new tokens in and we do new ecosystem NFTs, we'll start to add their tokens in there too. So it's just another way to give back, just another way to invest your money, and learn about NFTs, right? I mean, that was really one of the big reasons why we wanted to do it was a lot of our investors in Archangel didn't really know about NFTs. So we wanted to use provide a kind of a safe way to, safe and inexpensive to learn about the NFT market and how to get into it, how to make purchases, how to transfer them from wallets, some of the things they can do. So, yeah.
Cool. Wait, hold up. We have a Scratch NFT ticket?
No, we do. So we don't have a Scratch. We don't have a Scratch NFT ticket. However, they're in the ecosystem, so I do buy their tokens as giveaways within the ecosystem.
Oh,
yeah. But because they're an NFT project,
right?
Working with their leadership team over there and talking to them, they're fully supportive of the project within the Archangel ecosystem. But it's just a conflict with what their project is to have their logo associated with an NFT, because of I don't know. I don't know why. I just know that they're an NFT project, so that's probably why. Yeah. So unfortunately, we couldn't have one of those, but we can still incorporate their tokens into our giveaways for sure.
That's true.
I can buy whatever we want.
Okay.
Jay, he has the ultimate power.
That's right.
That could be dangerous. It's like me with the go live button. Anyway, all right. So, like Stack said, sometimes it's a crypto show.
Yeah, see, but here's the thing, right? This is how we're going to correlate it back, right? So in the future, hopefully in the near future, right, I'll be able to pay my AC bill, my electricity bill in crypto. Boom, crypto, right there. And I'm comfortable from the heat, so
that just ties everything together, right?
Yep, there we go. Boom,
Nice
back to crypto show.
I don't know how. Quester, do you know how to share comments and stuff?
I do not have the privilege. Because Caddy, I'm not important enough to Caddy. I'm kidding.
All right. Well, we'll figure it out. Anyway, so let's see. So let's talk some crypto. So what's been going on in Archangel? Quester, do you got anything going on over there? You
the staking pool stuff is that's underway right now. We're doing the harvest. When's the harvest? Harvest ends on the 3rd of September, right?
We have one more week.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Awesome. That's right. Yeah, it ends on the 5th, and then we start the new one. I think 2 weeks after that or something. But trying to think what else. I've been away from the group for this past week because it's just oof.
Oh, that's all right. Oh, you know what? Speaking of the harvesting of Pool 2, so as people have probably seen in the main chat, there's been folks coming in with issues harvesting, and Ed has a message for anybody who hasn't harvested yet or is still having problems. You definitely need to DM Ed. DM him with your full wallet address and a screenshot of what your harvest page shows, because anybody with a problem harvesting is going to have to go through a manual harvest. He'll take care of it, and you'll get your rewards when he closes the manual harvest process. But definitely DM him. You can tag him in main chat. You can throw him a DM if you already have messages with him, or if you need help, you can ask one of the mods. but we still have like 35 wallets that have not harvested. So maybe, maybe folks aren't in Telegram that often. Maybe they just aren't, aware of it. But if you haven't harvested, strongly suggest that you get that done this week. Or if you have problems, please DM Ed so he can help you.
Yep.
And on top of that too, use your sphere of influence, right? Like Miss Brett said, they might not be on Telegram. I helped some guy on Reddit the other day.
Yeah.
Had a posted on there and said, "Hey, can't harvest. What's going on?" And we were able to help him out. We were actually able to get him back into Telegram. So use your sphere of influence. Use your Twitter, use your Facebook. Get that message out there that there's a technical glitch, but we are working it, and we can get you in touch directly with with Ed to help you out. As a community, I mean, that's the least we can do, help each other, take care of each other.
Very good point. That's what a community token's all about.
Oh yeah.
I brought 2 things to the party.
Special tonight. And by the way, Ed will never ask you, any of us, to send him tokens or to send your token. Nothing. He will not ask you to do that. So unfortunately, when there's harvesting and when there's pool, staking pool issues, the scammers are out, and we've seen them already calling people or at least trying to DM them. So be smart, tag people in main chat first, say, hey, did you DM me? Or ask a mod for help or whatever. But all Ed wants is full wallet address and then a screenshot of what the page says for your harvest. That's it. Okay, kids?
And add on to that as well. None of us mods, nor Ed, AI, Joe, none of us will TM you first. If anything, you should be texting us, because I'm going to straight up tell it, even if it is the real us, treat us like we're a scam. Just make sure not to block us and send us add us at the main chat, make it public that everybody knows that, hey, are you trying to reach out to me? Because you got to be safe about that stuff. These guys are really cunning, and they can be very, very smart and strategic about how they can get around this stuff. About 2 weeks ago, I saw it go as far as the scammers changing just the name of the partnership, and it was the entire message, the full message that this token had actually come out with, except they changed the partnership name to like another company, and that was it. The link looked the same and everything. So just make sure to double check everything. Never trust anybody if they try to DM you first. Always tag in the main and then send them a DM.
Yep. I feel like we haven't done that in a while. I don't know. When we're in Maine, I think we used to just say it more when the project was newer, but it's always a good reminder to put out there once in a while.
Oh yeah, because this stuff never goes away. I mean, this project has been around for 2-3 years now, I think.
Yeah.
And they're still hitting at them. So I mean, they don't give up.
And they know when to target stuff, right? So literally within the first minute of harvesting going live, people were already saying that they were getting messages, they were getting DMs in main chat, because just using the word harvest, and boom, people were hitting them up. So it's targeted opportunity. They obviously are watching stuff all the time, but when we know, hey, we have a 2-week window, we can just expect the scammers to be out trying to take advantage of people. So just be safe, be smart. You've gotten this far in crypto. You hopefully learned some lessons to get here, unfortunately. But like Quester said, like Miss Brett said, just ask. Come in, ask.
You. We're all virtual, so. Also, yeah, Irwin brought up a good point. In about 22 days, it'll be Arca's first birthday.
What are we doing?
Obviously gonna have a party.
I wasn't invited, was I?
No, you're
It's
invited.
cool.
Now you
It's
are.
Guilt invite. Awkward.
There isn't a, I don't know, there's not a Vegas trip planned, but I don't know.
Maybe we could come together, see if we could get like a voice chat or something of all of us going in to celebrate the first birthday or something. Maybe that's a possibility. I don't know. We'll see. We got 22 days, so.
Oh yeah,
gotta think of
that's plenty of time to arrange an entire. Yeah. Okay.
Well, yeah, of course, especially meetup and everything. Come on, Miss Brad, come on.
I'll get right on it.
I think for Archangel's first birthday gift, Joe should do a TED Talk.
Well, you know what? I don't think he's in the chat.
We'll tell him. You know, actually, to the mods that are listening right now, after the stream, we're all gonna go corner Joe. Hey Joe, you're gonna do a TED Talk.
It's already decided.
Yeah, it's been decided. You're doing it.
I don't know about that. He might put some stipulations like certain MCAP or something. I have no idea. Patty says a TikTok.
TikTok.
Yeah.
Huh.
Oh, Zeb, that's funny.
Well, I thought that was for Halloween, though. Was that for Halloween or was that for the 1 year? I don't remember.
Pikachu? It was for the 1 year, but there was some like huge number or something that had to be met, which Joe probably set like astronomically high, knowing he would never have to get a Pikachu.
I'm gonna go buy one. That's what I'm gonna do for Arca's first birthday. I'm gonna go buy it. I'm gonna drive to Virginia. I'm gonna call him back. Hey, sir, you want to meet me at this restaurant? Sure. Get over there. I'm just gonna be sitting there holding it up. Like, how can I tell you're gonna be there? Oh, you'll know.
All right, I have to learn something real quick. You guys can take it away for a second.
It's a bear market. We need it. Yeah, we need a morale booster. Joe in a Pikachu costume. Maybe it was something like that. I don't remember. We'll have to ask Joe and see what his expectations for it was. And maybe we can talk to Mr. Aslan and bribe him into wearing the Pikachu costume instead. Will that help, guys? I mean, I don't know, Zen. I know you like his mustache. Maybe that's an extra bonus for you, man.
Oh, maybe Stax was right. It was like 10 market. I think it was some kind of MCAP number.
Probably.
I can't remember. It'll be a fun
it was.
to Google. Oh, GTO just brought up a good. I'm going to give this a shot because I just learned how to do this. Do you remember that?
I do. Yes.
1,000 Millionaires.
Yep.
That was like right off the bat, like first month of our,
yeah.
I think, or second month, something like that. Well, now I know how to put things up on the screen.
Trying to find if I can find that original message. I probably should not look up market cap because I'll probably be here for the entire stream scrolling through.
All right, well, you do that, and we can talk about the progress of Herald. I think we are starting the 8th week. I think it's week 8. JCG is on the team, the Herald team, and
oh man, I got timed out.
But no, it's going well. We're at the point where team members have created visual templates, and we had Patty come into one of our VC. It was the US team VC, and gave you guys a really good look at the development part and how the integration would happen once it was put into Guardian. So, and that was some of that was eye-opening for me, because what all that stuff he does in his own office is sometimes a secret to me until he tells me. Mr. A, hello.
Hi, everyone.
Let's go. So
How
update on
is
that.
everyone doing today?
I am great. I don't think it was in the chat. I think it was on one of the live streams is when he said that. So I'm gonna stop my search now.
Okay, fair enough. Mr. Aslan, what's going on?
Nothing much. Had to travel a bit, so out of sleep. If in case I'm not looking so good,
You're fine.
I've lost my makeup today. So
You just take a quick nap on stream.
yeah. So what's cooking? I mean, I thought Caddy would be here.
He's always
Is he
lurking.
back to admin duty?
Mm-hmm.
He's lurking. He's listening, I think. He can never really actually stay away. No, we
Yeah, absolutely.
actually, yeah, I think he was in like for a second because he had to teach me how to do something. So, oh, there you go. He's backstage.
Yeah.
Yeah, you had to say something. I'm kidding.
Cool. And then, hey, the credit goes to Quester. He's the one who showed me that.
We got to get Caddy on that too if he wants to. You know what? Actually, there we go, Caddy. That's your requirement. If you want to come back on here, right? You gotta have a voice
Yeah.
changer. Doesn't matter which one.
Exactly.
You could do whatever you want, but you gotta have a voice changer.
Needs to be
and
funny.
It's gotta be your intro.
I gotta get one.
Awesome.
Mr. Aslan, we were talking about we had gone over harvesting, and
Mhm.
we were talking about the few of the problems that people were having. And I don't know if you were listening as you were getting ready to come on, but we kind of covered that and how people should get in touch with Ed directly with their wallet address, things like that. We talked about how scammers jumped in pretty much immediately. Yeah. So that's what we've been talking about. And we were just talking about Harold, and there's another team member. So we're like 2 months in. The Harold team started the end of July, like the 27th-ish, I think. So so we're getting to the point now where we have the templates you guys did, and we are now working with Caddy to get that pushed into the back and get it developed. So, but we did not have a late night
Secret.
PC, or did we? No, I'm just kidding.
Nah, we did not.
We gave everybody
We did not.
Saturday off.
Secret. Let's not reveal everything.
No, we're good. We're good. That's all you
Nah,
guys.
I was just kidding. And it's so nice that you said about scammers because for me when I've seen a lot of scamming or scammers per se start DMing you or start messaging you a lot, right? That's kind of a sign that it's trending towards the positive end because what would a scammer do with your tokens if it's a bear market? As simple as that. Because I agree to the point. It might be like in huge numbers and they would be targeting a huge amount of crowd. They might be able to get away with something. But think of it this way: why would a person go ahead and lose almost 10 times the profit in the bear market as compared to a bull market? So there might be some kind of signs. I mean, scamming does go on. Just my personal opinion or a thought over here. But on the sidelines, the market also looks pretty good and some positive news coming in. But yes, there was a kind of a backlash regarding the inflation statement that was made recently this week from the US side. So might have a bit of a hit. But hey, one thing that I have observed over here, like I quoted the last cafe also, it's more to do with liquidation. So a lot of people are actually liquidating their assets owing to the regulation behind, or it might purely be market manipulation out there, especially with the Bitcoin volatility that's going on. And in a way, it is good because the dominance will reduce and you will have a widespread investment that would happen. And these secondary projects like Archangel and many other good ones that are out there will definitely get a limelight apart from those big tokens which were actually capitalizing a lot on the market. And an entry point is now created for a lot many investors to get in. And by investors, I mean deep pocket ones or even venture capitals as well. So, I mean, who would have thought that Bitcoin would come down to around 20, 21K back in the days of November when it was almost like 60, 65, and people were expecting it to go all the way up to 100, right?
Yeah.
So, right now, it's a very good entry point for them, and probably even for those countries which are supporting the payment mechanisms. I was reading a tweet from CZ, the Binance head. I think yesterday he did this when he quoted that Binance is going to, partner with Mastercard, who would be going ahead and allowing payments via crypto through the debit and credit card.
Hmm.
All right, so that's something that's happening. Visa is also already there, existing in the few partnerships, but this partnership with Binance specifically is a little more to look forward to, because it's Binance is a very widespread exchange, especially in the Asian region at least. And on one note, they have a lot many users on the platform as compared to other exchange platforms that are out there. And on the sidelines, it is also having a widespread network, in my opinion, because even they are doing this not with regular or those specific people, kind of people. They're trying to get this done in terms of working with crypto payments for normal retail stores as well. So that's a huge plus point out there. So you just walk into your retail store, you just go there and do your purchases, you just pay using your normal credit card itself, but the actual deduction happens in the background via crypto or your account that you maintain, right, on Binance. So that's one part. And the second portion, Binance is going ahead with something called soul-bound NFTs as your digital identity as such. This also I quoted last time, right? So
Mhm.
these kind of developments, if you have a look at it, I mean, why would you invest so much of amount of money or so much of time and so much of effort in terms of finding out this new stuff, improving your security, improving your overall experience with the crypto world out there? Why would you even do it if you for a fact know? Because see, those are big guys with big contacts and big connections. They know some inside information which we definitely would not know as retail investors. Why would they do it is the first question that I get. And that's where you need to think that the market shift will always happen at the right point of time. When you see that that entry point is created, you will slowly in the back end see that a lot of people will start hoarding assets one way or the other. Like what's happening with ETH right now, ETH is actually getting hoarded mainly because of the proof of stake that's going to come out as an upgrade. Once that happens with the hoarding mechanism and once the upgrade is released, half of them would definitely be going ahead and pushing it to other coins and diversifying their portfolio, because they do not want to just keep it in one single token. They are just holding it for the bragging rights, so that you get that particular what I can say in terms of any changes in the network or anything as such. You need that as a what I can say. mm, if you take a DAO, for example, the more amount of tokens you hold some kind of a control, right? So that's the one thing that many people are looking into. And to be frank, there are a lot of individual people who made a hell of money in crypto, and they are the ones who are actually holding a lot of ETH in the back end. So
Mm.
the venture capitals and the big institutions are a little more, I would say, disappointed because they could not get into a good entry point at that point of time, or probably they did not invest as many others earlier did. JP Morgan has invested quite a lot in crypto as far as I know, and I think they also released a futures plan in Singapore recently. So I mean, these things are just, they're just what I can say, they're just laying a firm foundation for the next coming bull run. So that would be very, very massive, is what my personal opinion is. Since I would see a lot of fresh blood in the market. That's what I would say. One, it crypto is not so. I'm forgetting words. Uh, it's not an industry anymore where you actually go ahead and it's only there for those people who know a lot about it, or it's in the dark. It's not in the dark right now. It's quite open and people are speaking about it openly. People are knowing, especially the younger generation, within the span of 19, 20, 25 years. Within that span, people are getting to know about it, and they know for a fact that whatever they do as an investment, even in a small portion right now, they know they are going to definitely get their returns. So on those grounds, I think we can definitely expect a lot of new people coming in, and that's where I'm really, really bullish about these kind of ecosystem-based projects because they're not related to only one. And Archangel and Guardian definitely will have a bright future on that
Mhm.
because they're good entry points. As simple as that. I mean, who would have thought that you would have had this much of entry point? I understand people who have invested. Even I'm there from probably day one or even before the token launched. In fact, like I said, and I've seen how the growth happened to the ATH and how the drop has happened. Yes, people have been down, and yeah, market is to blame to a certain extent. And on the sidelines, you should also see that the more number of holders start increasing. You need new people to get into a token. That
Yeah.
is when your volume occurs. That is when your price increase or price action also happens. When you have the same set of people or the same set of holders going out and transacting or even transferring even the buys and sells,
Mhm.
that's kind of a day trade or a manipulation, I would say. Nothing more than that. Okay. So when you need token to actually grow or a coin to actually grow, you need fresh blood. You need more investors, and that would definitely happen this time. Coming, say, the start of a bull run or even before that, we could definitely expect some good amount of movement happening.
Oh yeah.
Yep. Have to wait and see.
Yep. Now that I've ranted whatever I wanted to say, now I'll give it to JCG if he has anything to say. I thought he was speaking on the topic.
Nope. 5-minute warning. 5-minute warning for anybody
I
who
was
wants
about
to
to
buy any more
remind you.
NFT tickets. I'm watching. That's why I keep looking over here.
Hey,
Like,
I looked,
because I got to
I looked
update.
down. I was like,
Because I got to update the spreadsheet, then import the spreadsheet into the prize wheel. So I'm sitting here like watching it, making sure.
see, mine was.
No, you know what, Mr. Aslan, you brought up some good
Yep.
points. You know what? I'm old, right? So what I relate this to is like when I could use my debit card at McDonald's. Like that's what crypto is. Crypto is like the first time you went to McDonald's and you could use your debit card. And that was
Yep.
strange and weird. And like for years, I told my wife, we're not using my debit card. We'll get cash because that's what we do. We spend cash. We'll go to the ATM across the street, then come over and pay cash. Now I can't even imagine. I rarely even carry cash anymore.
Yep.
But that transition happened
Yep.
subtly at first, and then it was like boom, and then it was just everybody uses it. I just use my debit card. Just yeah, nobody carries cash anymore, and crypto
Yep.
kind of looks to me like that similar kind of thing. You know, I've said before, my kids and my grandkids will spend money differently than
Yep.
you know my wife and I have.
Mhm.
You know, and what does blue collar call it? This pretend internet money. Pretend internet money might be the winner. Um, you know, with how kids spend money because it's getting easier and easier to invest. You know, it's marketed well with all these different investment wallets that you can do traditional investing in crypto. You know, my oldest son's 19 years old. He has two different accounts with those, and he puts money into it all the time. So you know, it's getting easier and easier and easier, and that transition will happen slowly, and then I think from there it just takes off. It just takes off.
Oh, yeah.
So,
Yeah.
and
Absolutely.
everybody, nobody will carry wallets anymore with debit cards. We'll all carry these. Oh, here's my wallet. It's also
Yep.
my phone and my communication
Well, we are
device
doing
and
it
my
here.
computer. Yeah. So
I mean,
it's
over
just,
here we have this unified payment interface where, you have Google Pay, similar to what Apple pays, and you have a couple of other, small aggregators like Paytm and other stuff, which are kind of linked to your backend or to your bank account. So all you do is just scan a QR code. That's it. I mean, I every time I do that, I always remember scanning the QR code for a transaction itself. On the crypto wallets, it's the same, right? So I mean, it's only the methodology that will change, linking your bank account versus linking your crypto account. Apart from that, I mean, it's just about the entire infrastructure that would just get shifted over, I would say. So in terms of people who
well,
are thinking a lot about fiat and stuff, I think paper money is kind of, I would say it's slowly flourishing from the market. So it's all
yeah.
about having everything on the digital platform, right? So your
Mhm.
actual fiat is also digital now, right now.
Yeah. And to that extent, banks are kind of becoming a thing of the past, right? I mean, So I
Yeah.
currently belong to a credit union. My wife and I belong to a credit
Mhm.
union that we've never stepped foot in.
Yep.
I digitally
I'll tell
send
you
them
what, I have
money.
never
They
visited my
digitally
bank
send
from the
me
past
money.
8
You
years.
know, yeah. But you see more and more like my son has. He doesn't have a bank account. He uses that Chime thing,
Mhm.
which is it's basically like a bank. You have a debit card and your
Mhm.
direct deposit goes to it, and the money's on your card, and you use your card. It's like a bank.
Yeah.
For that kind of stuff. So money's changing. Just money in general is changing,
Yeah.
and you know, we'll see how it goes.
Absolutely. And the
I,
banks are
for
still
one,
crying
am
about it.
excited about crypto. Yeah,
Me
Yeah.
too.
And the banks are crying about it.
See, they're crying about it right now.
they'll get
because
into it.
the thing is,
They'll get
right, is
into
that
it.
they have
Yeah.
the
They're already
situation
in.
of they either need to adapt with the time so that they can stay current and they can stay relevant, or
Yeah.
they're just gonna become a thing of the past. You know what I mean? If they can't adapt and they can't change, I mean, like
Ah.
banks will be something that kids will be just reading about in history books.
Oi. Why is this
Are you
not coming up?
two fighting over trying to highlight his message? I keep seeing it pop up and then disappear, and then pop up and then disappear. I thought something was going
I thought
on.
it was an issue from I thought it was an issue from my end.
You never know.
Okay.
But yes, it's true.
Bit of fun out there. But hey, rightly said on this, because Africa is really getting up a lot on digital currency since they are highly dependent on a lot of inflow. And I mean, the economy over there. Let's agree to the fact that it's really, really in a bad state. I mean, so having this kind of crypto investments happening over in Africa or South America, these kind of regions, it's really a good sign because it would definitely lead to a faster adoption rather than mass
Mhm.
adoption. It would lead to a faster adoption. Since when you see, I mean, I was reading or I was just watching a video. I think in Africa alone, there are close to around 30% or no 40% of the people who do not even own a bank, or who do not, I mean, 40% of areas who do not even have a bank at all. Forget bank accounts, they do not even have a bank in their village or their town or their locality. So these are the kind of areas that are basically targeted for crypto adoption in the first place, because they don't need to actually visit any bank, create an account, all these stuff. They can all do it with the phone, and phone and internet is something that's probably widespread more than anything out in the world.
Hmm.
Oh yeah.
So yep, that adoption is definitely happening at a very fast rate over there.
Oh yeah.
I mean, the underdeveloped or the developing countries, I would say, are getting the most of it in terms of mass adoption. That's where you see a lot of inflow of new people getting into crypto over the Asian side or the Eastern side, I would say. That's mainly because of the fact that it's much more easier for them to get in, and mainly because of a lot of exchanges out there, especially Binance, I would say. And on the sidelines, regulations and other stuff, to a certain extent, sometimes in certain locations it's still not set in, even
Mhm.
though some of the developing countries do have some kind of laws to enforce. Like here in India, for us, we do have certain laws which are enforced, and people are able to go ahead and even trap those who are trying to scam and other stuff. But that's not ideally happening as well in many of the other countries. But since that's there, I mean, that's where you have a lot of scam also coming in on one note. But on the sidelines, you also are getting that widespread, uh, what you can say, exposure to the entire crypto world. So more and more people get into it. Like I said, the fresh blood gets into it. I mean, probably after a certain stage, you would definitely see those learned kind of people getting into crypto once a lot of people start talking about it. Right? It's just word of mouth that definitely works a lot out there in these markets.
Oh yeah.
I agree.
Yeah. And we
Hey,
have GTO saying bear market is the opposite of a bull market. You can still make good money in this market. Just bet on that. Yeah, I mean, I'll tell you what. I think I've quoted this quite a number of times. A bear market is a day trader's paradise.
mhm.
It's as simple as that,
Oh yeah.
right? So if you're a day trader, if you know how to read the charts well, and if you want to go ahead, and I do not day trade, to be very frank, and with chart reading, I know only the basics. I'm not an expert. But on the sidelines, you should also have a sufficient amount of capital and also you should have certain kind of inside information, right? And with capital, you definitely do get certain kind of inside info, especially on new launch projects and stuff like that. So, I mean, if you are in that category, then it's a paradise for you. You can definitely make a hell lot of money out there. Imagine you just bought 1,000 tokens, which was $1, and it just ramped up to $1.50 or even 10 cents. It's just $100 profit for you immediately, like energy fee.
Yep.
So volume plays a very vital role over there, as well as inside info. And Joe, yeah, I absolutely get. It's a hilarious concept of BTC for pizza right now. We all know the story, how much a person paid for in BTC for a pizza. But
So,
yeah,
Joe, sir, since you're in the chat, were you here earlier? I'm not gonna let it go. I'm just gonna see if he wasn't, then I'm
no,
not gonna push it. But if he is,
I don't think he was,
I
Quester.
think you know
I'm
what
gonna
Scroll
push
Question.
up,
it.
I think
Joe.
we will have a new token
Just
called
scroll up in the chat,
Pizza
Joe.
Inu, which you can use to buy pizza.
Ah,
You'll
all
have a
right.
Pizza Inu coming out.
So,
For
yeah,
BTC.
Joe, sir, remember how you promised us that you were going to do a Pikachu costume for the 1 year anniversary, right, guys? He promised it. No things having to be met or anything. He was just gonna do it out of the kindness of his heart.
That's what I remember.
And just
Yeah,
that
see?
we all love Pokemon.
Yep, I recall
So,
that.
Joe, sir, you have 22 days. Just to let you know. Actually, 21
So
days
we have
because we're
someone
gonna
counting now.
we'll see. We'll see if we can't do a Monday stream, but more likely we're gonna be doing just a regular Sunday stream.
Yep.
Oh man.
Darn it. Joe's mind is too sharp.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah,
Hey,
yeah, I think the MC was what was it, like $5, I think?
550. Yeah.
Oi, come
Yes.
on, no. In your dreams. You know what? Ban Questa.
Oh wait, no.
He's
You
putting.
can't ban me. I'm a host.
He's putting. A $5 market cap? Are you kidding me?
Joke is a joke. Guys, we JACG is ready to roll with his giveaway.
Cool.
Yeah.
The stage is his.
Ta-da! There he is.
I was trying to find a
Yep.
Pikachu picture to put where my name was, my face was there. All right. So I have no idea how to do this. I'm probably going to screw it all up. Okay, let me give you a little backdrop. So Archangel ecosystem NFTs thus far we have sold 156 of them total, Archangel and Guardian combined. That's an awesome number. We've turned that into a lot of tokens, some that we're going to give away tonight, more that we still have to give away, some that went to the L Bank Fund. So great stuff. A little bit of background here. It's all verifiable because it's NFTs, so it's all on the blockchain. So you can go onto the Rarible site, you can look at it, you can see the history. You can go into each individual NFT and it'll give you the wallet list. And that is what I use. So I take everybody that purchases one with that wallet, and then I build a big old spreadsheet and I import that into the wheel. So then everybody that has purchased one or many, there are some people that have like 10 or more, or some wallets that have 10 or more. That's how many spaces you would have on the wheel. All right, let me see if I can figure out how to share this. Hit the share screen. Screen? Anybody there?
Okay.
Hey.
You froze for a second there. I was like,
Oh, can you guys see the screen?
yeah, it's spinning.
Yeah.
Or yeah.
Nice.
So you can see in here 156 entries. So this is the list of the I just used the last 4, or if somebody has like a name for their token, or for their token wallet, I use that. So 156 entries. Are we ready to do this? Are we ready?
We're ready.
Let's do it.
Silence is deafening. All right. So
Let's go.
I'm going to shuffle here. This is just going to see it change everything in the wheel here. And we'll give it a spin. Good luck, everybody.
Just chill back real quick.
All right. All right. Whoever's wallet ends with 159E, congratulations. You've just won
Oh my
10
God.
trillion
I
Archangel
did not win.
tokens, thanks to your ownership of the. Is that you?
It's not
No, it's not me.
Okay, are we
I said
back?
I did not win.
Done sharing? You did not win. I didn't win either.
You got me for a second there because you were like, "Oh
but
my
whoever-
gosh!" I was
whoever's
like,
wallet-
"Oh."
But whoever's wallet ends in 159E, congratulations. 10 trillion Arca tokens
Yeah,
coming your way.
congratulations to the winner.
Hopefully that'll add to your pool, your wallet for staking pool 3 coming up here. So stay tuned for how to
Yep.
do that in the next week or so. And I'll monitor gas, and as soon as I can get gas at a reasonable price, I'll shoot those your way. That's it. It's that simple. All I gotta do is own a ticket.
Awesome.
Yay. I'm not 159E either.
What would you do if you
For what
won?
it's worth. I'd stake it. Yeah, I'd add it right to staking. I mean, I've never sold any of my Archangel, never plan to. I know that seems ludicrous, but
Oh,
let's get the last 6 of the wallet. We're seeing a couple wallets with similar last 4. Okay, I could try to do that next
I
time.
need to.
Or do you want it? You want it for this time? I'll have to find it. So give me a minute, and I'll go in and find it. But yeah, I don't sell Archangel tokens. That's just those are my tickets to the ecosystem, you know. And I don't even I have them hidden from my wallet. The value I don't even look at them because to me, and I think Craig has said this before, I just want to have as many as I can because I'm looking 3, 4, 5 years in the future when we're talking about how many a dozen, 12, 15, 20 tokens that we're harvesting. Yeah. All right, I'm gonna jump and find this wallet. Be back.
Okay.
Have fun scavenge hunting.
Nice.
It actually isn't that hard. I have my spreadsheet to fall back on.
Oh, fair enough.
Yeah. For a moment, I just had my hope up.
Oh man, guys, I can't find it. We're gonna have to re-roll. This Rossland's I have a fighting chance.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, next time.
Eventually, it'll
But hey, I
happen.
mean, in one way, I would like to actually say, very good job by JSCG. In fact, he came out with this idea, the concept of having these NFT tickets, the concept of giveaway. See, right now at this particular point of time, it might be a little, small in terms of rewards of what you can expect. But what's more to come in the upcoming days as well? If you look at it, once Archangel really has that, step up and the price action starts and stuff like holders increase and that there might be a lot more things that might happen with the NFT tickets alone, and a lot many things can also be planned with the price pool as well.
Mhm.
What if you had tokens in the ecosystem contributing to this price?
That's not a bad
I
idea.
don't know. I mean,
Yeah.
yep, anything is possible. What if
Yeah.
Scratch decides tomorrow to go ahead and be part of this giveaway, or what if any other token XYZ, or what if you even get some of Arca-based NFT projects that might be part of it to go ahead and send you NFTs just because you're having this ticket? I don't know. I mean, anything is possible. Like I said, this particular concept might seem a little small to a lot of people, but it's an evolution in the making, I would say, right? So anything and everything can be automatically linked since you have an NFT with you right now with these tickets. So, and since they're limited numbers, it's just 300, I believe, right, JCT? The total
600.
ticket
We did
count is
300 of
300.
each. Yeah, and
Yeah,
we'll
300 each. 300 Guardian and 300
yeah,
each.
there's 200 each.
Okay.
Yeah, and we'll keep doing that with each iteration, so that way, as the ecosystem continues to grow and we have more larger
Mhm.
community, the hope is that those tickets become of more value and people can turn around and sell them. So to answer the question here, the last 6 is F7159E. And to answer, I think what Joe might be getting at is, so Joe, if people have multiple tickets, then they will have multiple wedges. So for example, like this 159E actually has one Guardian token or NFT and one Arca NFT. So they will have 2 wedges on the wheel. So there's somebody I think that owns like 18 or 19 total. They have like 10 Arca and like 8 or 9 Guardian.
Wow.
So and awesome.
Cool.
It just increases your chances. So, but the person that just won has 2. So even just spending $20 to get yourself 1 puts you in the running. You never know what'll happen.
That's right. It only takes 1 to win.
Oh yeah.
That's right.
Luck matters.
I only bought 1 lottery ticket for my $1.3 billion, and I didn't win that either. For what it's worth.
You gotta be into it. You have, if you're not in, then you have no chance at all.
That is true.
So, guys, Ed sent me the graphic for the staking pool rewards. He said we could share that.
Mm-hmm.
I have it in TG. How do I get it to you? Do you want me to just put it in where do you want me to? Do you want me to put it in the cafe chat or?
Whichever you feel most comfortable with, yeah.
Okay. I'm still new at that. Just kidding. Hold on.
That's a JPEG file you mentioned, right?
What?
It's a JPEG image. Okay.
I thought you said, is it a PG image? I'm like, yeah.
We gotta make sure it's safe. Family friendly.
What if this image actually gets to my wallet and takes my seed space?
All right, it's in cafe chat. What do you guys
kidding.
We work your magic and put that up there. We'll talk about it.
Yep. I'm on it.
Okay.
Oh man, that stuff. Thinking of just the security aspect of everything. Just thinking of how moving forward, how that stuff can change. I don't know how it can change because I'm not super into coding and blockchains, but just can't wait to see that, like see what security capabilities that they can come up with the next 5 to 10 years, especially when universities actually start giving that as like as classes, because I was looking around a month ago and there's like no classes for blockchain security.
Wow.
They're all if they were there, it was online and it was some university and that was it. None by me, nothing.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Hey, there are not many experts out there, to be very frank. I mean, people can code that they know a lot about blockchain, they know a lot about crypto and stuff. Yes, I agree to it, but when it comes to the actual technical aspects, in terms of coding, in terms of building security around it, I think it has a totally different dimension in terms of envisioning that. It's not as simple as, I mean, think of it this way: McAfee or any other antivirus software that's out there, which is having a top-notch grade right now in terms of figuring out these kind of loopholes or server-based security and stuff. That when it comes, they have spent years of research, they have spent years of study, they have spent years of investment and time on people with this system up and running. And for that to happen, they need expertise. So that expertise only comes when you have proper education platforms that are out there and people get into it. And lately, I have been seeing a lot of universities offering courses regarding blockchain, building a token, and building a blockchain, like that. The actual programming stuff, right? Earlier, it was just like a self-learn concept that was existing, but right now, you do have people who are teaching others as well. At that point of time, if you ask me, give or take, I think it would take another 2 to 3 years for a proper establishment of, say, some of the bigger firms to get into the blockchain security aspect, mainly because they would also start using them, and they would know that this is somewhat of a mainstream. Or you might also see a blockchain project in itself come out for blockchain security. You never know. It can also
Anything's
happen.
possible in the
One knows.
cryptoverse.
Absolutely. Yeah.
So
I think there was a recent hack that happened with the PDF file. If in case anyone did not know, I think this was one of the OpenSea hacks or some other hack. It was a very big hack. I think it's close to around 600 million. But it all happened via a PDF file that was sent on an email.
wow.
Yep. That's why I'm very careful with JPEG images.
I know OpenSeas had dealt with one, but I don't think that was like a couple months back, if not a few months back, that I
Yeah.
remember.
I'm
So I
not
don't
so
know.
sure if it's OpenSea, but some other hack that did happen, it happened through a PDF file. People were sent a malicious PDF file, and when they opened it, it actually had a backend entry into their system. So and all the Chrome extension and stuff, it actually just stole all the passwords or your seed phrases, whatever.
Wow.
These guys are crafty,
And that's
man.
one reason why you should actually, whenever using a Chrome extension or whenever using any browser extension wallets, please do not save your password in the browser.
Right.
Oh yeah.
Do not do that. It hardly takes what I can say 30 seconds max for you to even type your password. Keep it a little strong, and keep it something that only you know. Do not keep your pet's name, do not keep your second name, do not keep your anniversary date, do not keep your wife's birthday. A lot of people would know about it, so it's easy for them to hack.
True. Very true.
Yep. So here it is. What do I see new? I see zero gas.
Yeah. Yep. They'll be in they'll be in cycle 3. I just learned something about them. Let me pull that up real quick. That seems a little.
The weather out there, it's all very cloudy and gloomy. I don't know. It's going to go down heavily today. And to say we are at the beginning of winter. Bless the climate.
Hey, we still gotta go through
acting
fall
super crazy.
first.
Oh my god.
I need
It's been
the
super crazy over here.
I need the preparation for winter. I can't just go straight into winter.
Oh, I'm already ready.
Winter is coming.
Oof.
Chester. You need to be ready.
I like winter. I just hate driving through. No, okay. I don't hate driving through it. I hate having to drive with other people on the road. That's the annoying part. I can trust myself. I don't know if I can trust the person next to me or behind me.
Hey, you're not literally driving when it's actual winter out there. I think people actually skate using their cars.
Yeah.
Right?
We're just drifting
They
around.
do not drive, they just skate.
So, yes, we've talked about this before about how they were going to break up the staking contribution into, is it 5? 1, 2, 3, 4? Yeah,
Yep.
into 5 different pools. But I mean, just concentrating on cycle 3, which is coming up in. See, we have a week left before harvesting closes, and then people can. I don't know how many days we have to stake. We'll do, but I'm sure that'll be in the chats. But
I think it's 5 days.
5 days. So in a couple
it's around 5 days.
weeks, we'll be starting pool 3.
Let me just double check.
What is so fun? What are you laughing at?
Look at that. What are you laughing at, Questa?
Zen.
He's in the comments.
He needs to get out of my head. No, I'm kidding.
Here, let's take a look. We also have 5 trillion Arca to add to cycle 3 from recent buybacks, in addition to reflections. So, okay, so this graphic will be updated with that information. That's cool. Very good.
That
Yeah.
is really nice.
Trillion, apart from the reflections.
In addition to them, yeah.
Yeah, in addition to the reflections.
Got
Apart
it.
from that, that's a pretty good number, I would say. See, we earlier had 150
Yeah,
and
so
100 for the cycle 1 and cycle 2. Sorry, JCG. And this time
Yeah,
we are also getting added. Adding. Okay.
You go. I'm muting myself.
Nah. I think there is a kind of a delay. I don't know because of which it was an overlap. Okay. Well, 25 trillion added, and along with that, the reflections. Uh, After that, your 250 trillion scratch plus reflections, your 500 billion guardian plus reflections. That's a pretty huge number, I would say. And
Mhm.
along with that, you also have this new project which is zero gas. You have 300k zero gas that is going out plus Arca liquidity pool contributions.
Yep.
Wow, that's all. Wow.
Awesome.
It all adds up.
Hmm.
I'm ready for pool 3. I'm ready. I left my Arca in there.
Yeah.
Can we just remind ourselves this is only the third cycle and we already have 4 projects in there? That is insane.
Yep. I'm ready for pool 25.
All right, hold on. Let's slow down a bit.
I think I'm going to need a bigger
I
well.
don't think.
Yeah. It's 4 years, about 5.5, 6 years from now. That's the goal.
Yep.
That's a good
So
goal.
the staking pool 3 will be starting on 4th of September and will go all the way till 9th of September.
There you go. 5 days.
5 days is what you have
Yes, sir.
for the next staking pool. So in this duration, you can actually go ahead and add any additional Archangel that you want. If you've already staked and left your Archangel right there, and you have just harvested your rewards, you can just add more Archangel tokens within this time frame. If in case you have unstaked and you want to probably redistribute the amount of staking that you want to do, work out some maths with that. Yeah, you could go ahead and restake some of the tokens if you would like to in this particular period. So after 9th of September, I think 7 p.m. UTC, I believe. No, the timing is still not mentioned, but more details on that as we get near. But 9th of September, mark that date. So that's the deadline for the staking pool 3 to close. Opens up on 4th of September, goes all the way till 9th of September.
Sounds good.
And
Awesome.
And one thing that's interesting for all of you that might want to do a little bit of research as you go into it. So, unlike the other pools, this one you already kind of have a baseline of what you know is going to be in there. So, if you go and look on Etherscan, there's just under 13 trillion still in ready for staking pool 3. So, we only had about 3 trillion tokens, a little bit less than 3 trillion tokens from the time that the staking pool closed till now that have actually been unstaked. So that's an interesting number, and I'm curious to see how many people are going to add, because I know there's been some people kind of, loading their bags up for staking pool 3, but it's should be a little bit less of a guess this time of where maybe we will end up, because you definitely have that kind of you have that baseline now around that 12 to 13 trillion mark, that it will definitely be higher than that. And we'll see how high it goes. What do we end up with this last one? And then we ended up over 16, but then we had a couple people unstaked. So I think it closed at like 15.8. Craig knows. Craig probably knows. He probably has a spreadsheet somewhere.
Yeah. Okay, so Joe also quoted the biggest change I would say would happen for the next cycle is you will only be having the harvest option enabled during the period of harvest, and you won't be able to unstake your tokens. If you wish to unstake, then you will have to do it a little later, and there will be a window provided for that. When cycle 4 opens up for staking again, you could go ahead and unstake your token. So this is done basically as a what you can say, a fail-safe or kind of a remedy for the issues that we have got this time. And you know what? I'm happy that these issues are cropping up right now, especially in cycle 2 itself, because considering these kind of issues are occurring right now, we can actually build a solid foundation in the upcoming cycles. And as and when we see every cycle, we are seeing a new token getting added up over here, and who knows what cycle 4 actually holds. It might even be 2 or 3. So and it would be a budding market at that point of time, if you ask me. So I mean, collabs might happen at a faster pace then.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah. Because by 2024, we're looking about
Yeah.
December-ish.
Yep.
Yep.
During the month of December time, we can definitely expect a lot more. I mean, just my thoughts. Mainly for the fact, see, I mean, the two reasons why I think that we would definitely see a lot of collabs is one, yes, we are actively looking into collabs, and two, the number of projects that you have out there right now, all those so-called e-news are almost gone.
Oh yeah.
Almost, I would say, because there are still a few left, which are actually just pump and dump projects, ideally. So you definitely have a lot less projects now to scrutinize and go through with, and those which have survived are only those which are actually having some kind of uh, good, either good community backing, good devs, or either a good utility and some kind of strong foundation that they have built for themselves for the project. In fact, so I mean, liaising with these advantages, I would definitely see 3 to 4 projects being part of the cycle for towards just quoting. Don't hold me to it. But hey, everyone's trying hard on the back
Put the
end.
banner on.
Yeah.
Financial
Yeah.
advice one. Put it on.
Oh, hold on.
We'll Mr. A do it.
There we go.
Yeah, there we go. Not financial advice.
So yeah, I was gonna say we can speculate on this kind of stuff. I just from the start of cycle 3 to, let's just say, end of cycle 4. That is 6 months, not counting the time that we take having to do the harvest period and the staking period. Just doing just the pools, about 6 months. A lot can change in 6 months. I mean, a lot changed in just 3 months. Where the original graph that we had, it was just going to be for cycle 3. Archer reflections, 25 or 250 scratch, 500 bill guardian, and then within what, a month and a half of the pool or something, if that, zero gas was added in. So I mean, these can happen very quickly. They can happen, like right at the start, or they could happen towards the middle, or maybe even towards the end of a pool that a new token gets added in. But yeah, like what you said, Mr. Aslan, when the further we get into this, the more and more that we're starting to see the trimming down of meme tokens and kind of less real case projects. I don't want to say useless because I don't want to, but like less real case projects. Whereas, by the time December rolls around, I mean, we don't know. There could be a lot of changes. There could be more, all of a sudden a boom of utility tokens. And now, I mean, everywhere you'll look, there'll be a utility token there, and there. I mean, the only thing that really needs to happen is just reaching out and just sending a DM of, hey, I was interested in doing a collab, or hey, I'm interested in joining your pool, like in your ecosystem. And boom, So very exciting stuff.
I'm excited to see
what?
how
I'll be
Guardian
launching
can
a
help
new
maybe
token
integrate.
called. I'm sorry.
That's okay. Continue.
I was just saying I'll be launching a new token called Archa Cafe Inu. So whoever wants to go ahead and invest, send in your seed phrases first and then your donations.
Oh God.
Is it a 10,000x?
No, 10,000 is very small. For the current market cap, as per
Sorry.
my calculations, I think I can actually think 100,000x or even a million x
in the first month, right? Got
Come
it.
Put in a lot of zeros. I mean, who cares?
Have a little bit of fun.
No, what I was gonna say was I'm interested to see how Guardian kind of helps integrate new projects possibly into the ecosystem, because as with all the stuff that keeps coming out with Guardian, as far as the integrations and the newer features that are being worked on, that is going to draw a lot of new projects to it, and I'm interested to see how many of those new projects. I just think Guardian could be a great tool for initiating some of that collaboration. And Miss Bread's got a goofy smile on her face.
They're the
when I
bridge.
said that, so
They're the bridge for those guys to actually
I feel like she's holding out on us.
realize they need to send that DM. You know what I mean? Like they could be watching, right?
Yeah.
But then like as soon as they get into Guardian, they're like, dude, I gotta go talk to Joe. Like I gotta go talk to him like right now. But yeah, I think Guardian can definitely, just Guardian itself is it's a massive project, and it has a lot of capabilities, and it could definitely bring a lot of tokens together. And I think that's the really nice thing about it too, is it makes it so much easier for these guys to be able to connect and be able to actually be like, oh hey, you're out here, you exist. Like, and they can, a lot more
Yeah.
collaborations can happen of it. And that's one thing that I find really beautiful about Guardian, is just the sheer amount of collaborations and just projects meeting each other and seeing that they're out there, is great.
Yeah.
I love your.
It's just
And
people helping
interesting
people.
question out
Oh,
here.
exactly.
Yeah, I mean, so if we can't unstake during rest period, won't we miss out on reflections by getting them back into the main pool? Uh, I mean, if I've understood this right, won't we miss out on reflections by getting them back into the main pool? If you mean to say the main pool of, I mean, the wallet that you hold for the reflections that you get, I think it's something of a chance. I think on the technical aspect, if you look at it, the smart contract that the team has kind of built works in a very straightforward manner of adding up whatever reward allocated for that specific staking period, and there we go. We cleared that in this point. Yes, we do not get reflections if we leave them staked, but that's something that you will have to understand, because I mean, they made it very clear that the reflections won't be given to you when you are actually staked, and the harvest window I think shouldn't be roughly more than a week or so. So that
Mhm.
7 days time period, I think it's quite okay in my opinion, thinking of the benefits that you would get from the staking pool as compared to just the Arca reflections on one note. uh, and on the second note, if you look at the technical side of it, it it may definitely jumble up a lot of percentage gains for those people, like it happened in this particular cycle. That's the main reason why we did see some major issues with with people trying to harvest it a little later. You cannot actually lock the particular reward, since this is not a fixed number. Like your 250 trillion scratch, as you see in front of you, is a fixed number, but your reflections is never a fixed number. It only comes in at the end, during the time frame where they actually send those tokens to that particular distribution wallet for the staking pool. So if at all your reflections were kind of fixed, then or your staking pool rewards, I would say, was kind of a fixed number, then that contract would have worked with a lot more, would have worked without any issues, even if people had unstaked during the harvest period. But having a variable number in place, and when you have multiple projects and multiple tokens actually contributing to the pool, it becomes a lot more difficult. Right now it's just 2 to 3 projects, but think of it in a longer run, if it's around 10 projects down the lane. So it doesn't really make sense for you to build a contract with a fixed number of reflections, because that time it doesn't give a appetizing entry for many of those who would like to go ahead and stake. Even though yes, you are getting a particular amount of tokens, if it's a fixed amount of reward distribution that happens, then what if a token is really doing good with the high volume, and when you're expected to, in this kind of a staking pool, to get a massive reward because of the volume of trade that's happening on the market, you would be getting only a fixed amount of token. So that's a big loss if you look at it that way. So taking those into account, I guess the technical aspect is the more to speak over here when it comes to the decision of not allowing you to unstake during the harvest period. If you ask me honestly, I think, yeah, I totally agree with your point, GTO. You're right in terms of maximizing reflections on a daily front, but unless and until a person holds a huge amount of tokens, like say 100, 200 trillions and stuff, and you have staked that much amount of tokens on the staking pool, uh, yeah, I think it kind of makes sense for you to just have this done on a technical aspect. But if reflections are really your deal, in terms of going ahead and gaining reflections and again staking it, because you are getting that additional amount of reflections, which would be adding to your next staking pool, that calculation that you will have to do. But again, when we speak of reflections, we should also take into account the volume of trade that happens on the market for Archangel itself. If you're one state, you're only getting reflections of Archangel one, and that only depends purely on the volume of trade. With the current volume, I wouldn't be worried about any reflection per se, because it's not much comparatively. But if the volume kind of increases, then it's a strategy or a decision that you would have to take. I would say go with the 80-20 split. Keep 20% in your, if you have a huge bag, then keep in your wallet itself and stake the rest 80. So this 20% will keep gaining reflections during the entire 90-day period. Kind of might add up and kind of might compensate a little to within that 7-day period, if you have unstaked everything. So but yeah, I mean, let's see if Ed comes out with this with another classy solution for this. But for now, I guess just my thought over here, mainly for the technical aspect, is where they have taken the executive decision in terms of having this unstake done a little later after the harvest period.
Yeah, I mean, I agree with you on that. Once these kind of percentage of how much you would actually put in your Archangel,
Yep.
I feel like to maximize everything, like definitely right now when we're in a bear market, I mean, you can feel free to stake all of it because it's a bear market, but in a bull market you can more lean towards more of, okay, so let's say, like, I don't know, by the end of pool 3, right? Let's say by the end of pool 3 things are starting to pick up. ETH's getting back up to, like, let's say the 2,000, even 3,000 range. And you're like, okay, yes, things are starting to pick up a bit. Everybody's stuff's starting to get traction. So let me go ahead, for example, I don't know, let's say we have like 20 trillion. Like, okay, let me go ahead and take out, I don't know, 8, 7, whatever it may be, whatever they may want to do. That way, you still have, and especially during that week, you're still getting reflections. You're getting reflections based off of what's in the main pool, right? That's in your wallet. And then you can leave that other stuff. That way you can get things like all the new projects that are in there, and be able to just all around be able to maximize the usage of your tokens, which is the kind of the idea of it. You want to maximize the potential of it, and there's extreme potential there. You just got to do the math correctly and do what you feel is most comfortable to you. So,
yep. I'm sorry, I was just looking at the Guardian chat, and Brian actually sent an image of what's this S&P futures, which has dropped almost like 195, I think it's dollars. If my guess is right, but wow, that's a huge dip on the S&P futures, not crypto.
Yeah.
Dropped 125, 95%. Oh no.
So all those people wondering, crypto is not the only place where you see red candles or where you see dips. See, when it comes to liquidation, it happens across, right? So when people want to liquidate, or venture capitals or big institutions want to liquidate, they liquidate assets from any and every place that they have actually invested. It's not only one specific location. Even bonds get sold or pledged. These kind of stuff happen. Real estate also gets a gear up, wherein they would sell certain properties and stuff like that. So when it comes to liquidation, it's a must concept, if you ask me. Like, if they really want to actually get that liquidation in place, so that inflation is coming in, costs are going up high, and they need that liquidity to maintain, then yeah, that's what they do. Let's see.
Oh yeah.
All righties, we are at an hour and 19 minutes. Do we have another giveaway happening?
So what we're gonna do with the weekly giveaway that we've been doing, I just going to throw out a little piece of trivia, a little information. Obito first started doing or letting us do this giveaway with his donations back on February 6th. It's now the end of
Mhm.
August. So we've been working with him for months on this. I think so. What we're gonna do is we're not gonna do it tonight. Sorry, guys. We're gonna take a step back, and we're just gonna kind of refresh the way, and we'll get that done as quickly as possible. But I think we're gonna revamp it a little bit and get some interest, because one of the main goals was to get fresh faces on Cafe and get the viewers in to see it. So we're going to find other ways to do it, and then we'll bring it back. Fair enough?
Awesome. Yeah.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
Absolutely.
Good.
I mean, you keep doing the same thing again and
You
again. it
should
gets
have
boring.
bought an NFT.
I own 2, and it didn't help me tonight.
Yeah,
I think I own 6 or
Yeah,
7 of
me
each.
neither.
It's all right. That's all right. Yes, since February.
Yep. So, Mike, any info on Zero Gas and how it proceeds? At this point of time, no, we do not. I do not have any info. Questa, do you have any info from your end?
I was gonna say not for me. I think Joe had mentioned it earlier. Let me see if I can't find it.
Oh, he just responded.
Right.
Yep.
Because
As
when
soon
they
as I
decided
found the
to do that
comment too.
about- Yeah. And yeah, absolutely yes. Obito, thank you so much for your generous donations towards the giveaways and stuff. It was really good. I mean, not everyone would actually, easily let go of that many tokens. Like, how long has it been? If you take it in total, it was 1 trillion tokens per cafe. So from Feb, if I take 4 per month, I'm weak in maths.
It's like 40 trillion.
Yeah.
It's like 35, 40 trillion,
Yep.
somewhere in there.
Oh man.
I think a few weeks ago it was like 26 weeks, and we've only skipped a few. Probably
Mhm.
we've skipped, you could count them on one hand, whether we didn't have a cafe or whether we
Yeah.
did different giveaways. So it's been really regular and very generous.
Yeah.
So,
Oh yeah.
yes,
Give
thank
or take of
him.
trillion there. So even if I let go of 2 or 3, so it's around 40 trillion, and that's a huge number.
Yeah,
Oh yeah.
Wish I had that much.
someday no problem.
Yeah. But hey, once again, thank you so much, Obito, for that generous donation, and congratulations to all those who actually won. I
Mhm.
think it has definitely given you a boost in your sticking food rewards,
Oh yeah.
especially those who won it more than one.
It's
Yeah, we do have some kind of what you can say. Okay, yeah, a word just popped up my mouth, just like killers, I would say serial killers. So
Well, do you guys have anything else? I think we're almost
nope.
close to an hour and a half.
Almost yeah.
Yep. I have nothing else actually from my end. Excited for how Herald would come out. Excited for the further upgrades that are due for Guardian. I mean, with Brainstem, the other additions. I think the Trading View and stuff like that. So if people have still not started using Trading View, I think it's a pretty good option that you go ahead and check that out. It has some pretty cool functions. So it might help you make a decision, especially right now in the bear market. So you
Mhm.
can just go ahead and check that out.
Yep, and the Guardian team did a lot of testing last week. We're going to continue with it this week. It's pretty intensive. It's pretty specific. We have to follow certain processes, and we got all 5 blocks done last week. I think Joe put that in chat, and that was all
Mhm.
positive testing. And now we do a different kind of testing, so we'll be hunkered down doing that this week. So we're pushing, getting done. So exciting.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Yep. All right. See you all. Take care. Have a good
Alrighty.
Sunday night.
Have a good week,
And for me,
everybody.
Monday morning.
Have a good
Sunday night, Monday morning.
Bye.
Stay safe
Yeah.
out there, guys.
See everybody. See you on social.